All right, folks, while you're finding your seats, I want to communicate a small change. A small change. While you're finding your seats over here, come on over to this side and find a seat. We're going to be doing an amazing connecting activity that you're going to love. So come on over and find your seat. Coming up at 5 o'clock, the Brewer's Den will have heavy hors d'oeuvres and a cash bar. The presenter that we were going to be having presenting in the Brewer's Den is moved up here. So if you want to attend the frack or not to frack presentation at 5:15, then you'll go down and get your beverages and your hors d'oeuvres and then meet over on the other side with the tables. And she'll be doing the presentation up here in the Mosaic. And if you wish to just have hors d'oeuvres, you can stay in the Brewer's Den if you wish. But this is where the frack or not to frack presentation is going to happen at 5:15. Is right over here. So go on, don't be shy, have a seat. We're gonna get things started here, and I'm gonna get things rolling. Okay, so there's a few more folks that are yet to sit down. Everybody that's in here, if we could bring the volume down, we're going to start. So if we could have everybody quiet down in this room, we will get going, and I'll introduce you to these amazing women right here, and then you get to be in a really amazing activity.
I do feel like we should dance.
Yes, so bring your focus right up here to the stage as I introduce these two amazing women. The first one is our panel facilitator. She's a professional development facilitator and community builder and the founder of CoLab. We're getting started right now, everyone, so let's bring the conversation down. Tap on the shoulder of the person next to you and tell them in a soft voice, I love you. All right, so let's just quiet down so you can hear this, so you know who you're working with here. So now, community doesn't happen spontaneously. There are so many things it takes to make the right conditions to be present for both bonds to establish an experience of belonging within the group. Liz has developed tools to take siloed groups in an organization and turn them into a connected community. So please put your hands together and welcome Liz Otteson, everyone. The other amazing person up here on the stage, as you bring your focus and attention here, our other facilitator of our Hive session, is the founder of Heather P Solutions, where she consults on company culture, creating environments where people thrive, going beyond the workplace. She's a SCORE mentor, a co-chair of the Catalyst Fund to empower early-stage women business owners, and active in the work of child abuse prevention and anti-racism. Please welcome Heather Polvik, everyone.
All right. Thank you all for being here all day. I feel like I want to use an old teacher trick. I'm going to go real quiet here. I'm going to let you all in on a secret. It's really juicy. I think the people in the other room might miss it, but that's okay. The best people are sitting over here. The most attentive people are sitting over here. Can I hear a big round of applause from this side of the room? Mm-hmm. And now, can we say really all in concert to the people over there, come on over, the water's fine. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on over, the water's fine. Okay, so thank you for just demonstrating the power of community, people working together to a common end cause. I'm Liz, this is Heather, and we are not going to take up a lot of time here today. You've been hearing from really insightful people. They've been pouring forth gems of wisdom, but you all bring here your experience and your expertise and your gems of wisdom, and so we are going to be putting you in something we call hives, groups that are deliberately constructed to be cross-pollinated so you all have a chance to connect. Because right now, you're all kind of in a very unique place and maybe wondering how you fit in here. So before I even turn it over to Heather, I want you to take out your phone. And don't drop it. Did you see how I caught that? Okay, you're gonna do the QR code. And this is a Key Hubs tool for community and relationship mapping. And what you're gonna do is scan that. And then you're gonna see, of course I can't scan it right now because I've got a bad angle. You're gonna see a matrix that has 2 dots on it. And it's asking you to just do a quick, anonymous self-reflection on what is your professional network like. And you're gonna tap on a yellow dot, and it's gonna drop it onto the matrix. And you can slide it to what you think makes sense. So if your professional network has some big quantity numbers, like you're just connected with everybody in the universe, John Arms, then you might be higher up on the matrix. If you have really rich quality connections, you just go deep with people, Heather, I think you are one of those people, you might be lower on the spectrum. Is your network transactional? Like things are happening, things are clicking, you're getting deals and so forth from your network. You might be on that side, the left side. If it's transformative, it's encouraging you to go deep, to grow, to change maybe more internally, then you'd be on the right side. So you're gonna drop where you are now, yellow. You're gonna repeat, drop where you are, green, where you want to be in a year. I mean, I know you all want to be at FRAC 2024 next year, so that's good, but just put a pin in that for now, where you want to be in terms of your professional community, and then you hit submit. Questions? Yes. Okay, so this is all open to interpretation, so you can disagree with me and do your own interpretation, but I think transactional, like, hey, I need a lead for this, and John's like, I got a person for you, and then maybe that leads to an exchange of goods or something. Transformational.
I was going to say, you meet someone here, and all of a sudden they ask you a question that forces you to think differently about maybe the value you add or how you approach something. I've had some of those conversations. You walk away from it, and you're like, that was the best 30 minutes of my life, right? So do we have those people in our network that challenge our thinking?
Why do we want both of those people in our network?
Well, regardless of where you are in your fractional journey, maybe you're a company thinking about hiring fractionals, maybe you're active fractional curious, the success of it entirely depends, and we got to this at the end of our panel discussion, it's relationship based. It really is. Sometimes your access is a transaction. So that's, people know me as the culture person. Oh, I'm working with a company. They need some work on culture. Great. So they'll think of that from a transactional perspective. But then you get in and you start working, and then you understand what could be transformative, right? So the success between now and FRAC 2024 is really based upon the connections, the relationships that we build, and obviously the value we provide to the people that we're working with. And this is not obvious to a lot of people, but I'm an introvert. And so the idea of coming to an event like this and not knowing people, but yes, let's walk and have meaningful conversations immediately, is my worst nightmare. So I actually like a designed, experiment of a smaller group, because then we can get to more of that depth. And so that's why I'm really excited about what we're about to do. And if you're an extrovert, you're going to love it too, because you get to meet people and talk.
Yeah, win-win. And then the fractional world wins, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to give you 2 time slots during our conference to get together. One is going to be right now in about 2 minutes. And you're just going to get a chance to check in, meet one another, spark the beginning of a wonderful, beautiful relationship. In your booklets, there is on
Page 15.
Thank you. Page 15. There's a little space for you to jot down the names of the people in your small group, what we're calling hives, because they're going to buzz with great fractional energy. And there are 2 questions for day 1, which is today. Let's just share where you are, where you're from, kind of what your place is in the fractional world, and what is one thing that is really resonating with you today, your aha moment.
Low risk. Really low risk today.
Yeah.
Just
You're
to
okay
get
with
to
that
know-
as an introvert?
As an introvert, I'm totally okay with the low
I'm
risk.
okay with that too.
Okay.
And then tomorrow, before the happy hour, you're going to get more time for the day 2 questions. If you are really like on the accelerated AP program and you want to hit a day 2 question today, don't tell us, but go ahead and do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, do what works. Do what works.
So how are you going to know what your group is? Really good question. On your name tag, you have lots of great color coding stickers, and hopefully these have been cues for you to kind of connect with other people, see where you're similar, where you're different. And there's also a number. Does anybody not have a number on your badge? It's okay if you don't. You're just going to walk on up to me before you move to a table, and I'm going to give you a number. Okay? So that's going to be your hive number. And then, Drew, if you can advance the slide. We're going to go back to the results of that poll tomorrow. We're going to give it its full due credence. And by the way, Priya Narula, are you here? Priya Narula is of the team of Key Hubs that designed this great polling experience. So if you're like, a quick handy dandy poll, I'm intrigued, I want to hear more. Talk to me, talk to Priya. We'd be happy to share it with you.
You mean that's a relationship
That's a
that
relationship.
could add value?
Yeah.
See how that
You know
works,
what?
everyone?
Yeah. It's also a fractional relationship. Okay. This is a map of our space. We are right here where the rows of chairs are. If you know your number, raise your hand if you know your number. Oh, good. You guys are very good students. Rows, the first row here, closest to the front here, is 1 through 6. Middle, 7 through 12. 13 through 18. You're going to go to your table. You're going to find the people who have the same number. And then what's going to happen, Heather?
Then on page 15, you're going to ask each other the day 1 questions. It's low risk, get to know you. And we've given you the day 2 questions because tomorrow we'll reconvene with the results of the poll. So you have time to think about the answers to this.
I love that sneak peek of what's coming as an introvert. Thank you. Questions from the group?
The other thing I'll add is that these hives, we're just planting seeds today. We're giving them a little water and sunshine tomorrow. But it's really up to your groups, to think about how do the hives continue beyond this. A low bar is let's connect on LinkedIn. Maybe have some one-on-one coffees and learn even more. But this, our hope is that this really goes well beyond tomorrow.
All right. Who's ready to move? You don't sound very ready. Who's ready to move? Who's ready to hive up? Okay, go find your table and your new favorite people. On your mark, get set, roll.
And bonus points if you buzz.
Oh, buzz. Move like a bee. Cross-pollinate.